So I just watched this video by this YouTuber named Gohar's Guide. He's a really smart guy. I love his videos. But what he said stuck out to me even more. And it was essentially, he said, how do you make time slow down? Because if you think about it, the older you get, the less um the less of your life you're living through every second, every hour, every day. Because now, relative to how how long all those denominations of time were to the grand scheme of things, now 1 year of your life is not as much of your life as it used to be. So, how do you slow time down? And how do you get out of this, oh, my life's just sped through and I don't know where the time went? And he shared this really cool thing, which I very much agree with. It was that imagine the last time you tried something new. So maybe imagine if you've played Minecraft before, imagine the first time you played Minecraft. Everything felt novel and everything was exciting. You were you were doing this, you were doing that, you were cutting a tree, you were crafting stuff, there was just so much stuff to do. But then probably a few hours later, you were grinding, you were mining diamonds, you were forging items, and the time went by and it flew by. You didn't even realize. So now think about that for a second. Do you think that staying in your comfort zone and doing the same things that you've been doing that you're good at will make the time go quicker or slower? Right? Imagine your first day of school in high school, or imagine your first day of college, university, first day at your job. How did that feel? Did it go by in a flash, or did it seem to never end? And now, what if the objective was for things to feel as if they're taking ages and ages and ages? All right? Because for me, it is. I personally want to live life more intentionally. So now, what do you do? What is the solution, you may be asking me? Do something new, do something novel, learn a new skill. I mean, I pretty much gave you the answer in the beginning, but it's really just that. When you when you get up and do something difficult, I've talked about this before, doing hard things, there's so many benefits. So go out there and become a beginner at something. Always stay a beginner at something. You don't want to be at a point in your life where you're not a beginner at anything, because that is when you stagnate. That's when life goes by and you don't know where it went, because it's all just a blur, right? You don't want it to all just be a blur. You want to sort of feel like you're living. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If that's all I'm here to say, then amazing. Because I'm all about living and feeling alive. Because as a human being, the most boring thing that could happen. And probably the most depressing thing that could happen is just monotonously going about your day. I think once you stop being challenged in life, that's when you start decaying. And it's not even about having difficult life. It's not about working hard and XYZ. I genuinely do think challenge is healthy for the brain. We all need it. We all need to figure something out. And it's so fun, it's so exciting. If you frame it in a different way, every challenge that comes to you is now awesome. It's exciting. You get to figure out a problem. It's not you have to, you get to. This is not just um the usual mindset stuff. Well, maybe it is, but isn't it so cool that if you switch the way you look at things, everything um everything in your life could be awesome and fun, and you could you could live a life of fulfillment and whatever you want, really, because no one makes the rules except you. You're the one making all the rules. Someone forgets to tell you that you make all the rules. You live how you want to live. And I don't know, maybe when things are too easy, there's nothing to stimulate your brain. Personally, I don't find that very rewarding. So pick the challenges you want in life. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. And thank you for your time. Bye bye.